boys and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Foy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have an awesome simulator video game to talk about, a book about Pollyanna, my bonus score report, and we got a totally awesome guest. The one, the only, the amazing Jan Gulikson. Jan is the owner and president of the Florida Notary Association.
Thank you, Tiberius. It's so good to be here.
Mm-hmm. Today we're going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be a battle.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is RPG Simulator. This game is on the Roblox platform. It was made by Astral Studios. So this game is a slash 'em up kind of game. You enter the game and you have to do the tutorial. There are stores all around for you to buy upgrades. You are told all about the different stores and reminded you that you have no money. Once you do that, you will have to go to the beginning zones and go to forest. Then you will see a monster and you get your sword out and kill it. Keep doing that until you get to level 7. Once you do that, you press the home button at the mid-right section. This will put you back into the zone with the stores. And then you can use your gold to upgrade your sword. Go back to the zones and do it again.
Wow, how many times have you played this?
I played this like 4 or 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you sound like you know what you're doing.
Once you finish all of the maps, you can fight the bosses at the boss raids. Then you can play with other players. So you have to fight with other people to kill the boss and defeat the bosses. I give RPG Simulator 10 out of 10 stars because it was a really fun way to defeat monsters and do quests while working with my friends.
Fun. Sounds like Jumanji. You ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen Jumanji, but I want to.
You have to. It's super fun.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties. Contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. Now it's time for the book of the week, Pollyanna. This book is written by Eleanor Hogman Porter. Let me read you the back of the book. In fact, Jan, would you like to do the honors?
Sure.
Oh.
Thank you. Okay, Pollyanna is an orphan girl who comes to a Vermont town to live with her rich aunt. She spreads rays of sunshine throughout the town as she plays the glad game, asking people to find some goodness in even the most hopeless situations. Readers in the early 1990s enthusiastically embraced the warm-hearted story and began forming glad clubs of their own, spreading the optimistic message across the country. Nice.
This is a narrative book worth 3 points. This is rated for 3rd grade and 5th month. This is a great book about an 11-year-old girl named Pollyanna. This book is considered a classic, and I read the abridged version by Mary Weber. Abridged means it is the shortened version of the book, so younger readers can enjoy it.
Nice.
Cool. Pollyanna is an 11-year-old girl who had to experience her parents' death, and then she had to move in with her aunt. Her aunt was very wealthy, but her life was hard. Pollyanna's dad taught her the glad game. So how it works is if you are in a bad situation, you have to think of what makes the things about the situation good or glad. So she would visit people in the city to tell them about the glad game. Soon many people were thinking about ways they were glad about. Then Pollyanna was in a car accident and she was not able to move her legs. She could not play the glad game anymore. So the people in the city visited her at home to help her learn ways to be glad. This was a short version of the story, so I am also glad that I got to read it. I give Pollyanna 8 out of 10 stars because I really liked that after this book came out, that other people who read it decided to do the glad game in real life. This spread a positive message and helped a lot of real people. This kind of reminds me of Lion Strong. It does.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com.
See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
And now it's time for an interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Jen Gulikson. Jen is the owner and president of the Florida Notary Association. So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
It's fun. I've never been on the radio before. This is awesome.
So to jump right in, you're in a company that helps people become a notary. What exactly is a notary?
A notary is a person who is actually a public official. They are appointed by the governor. I don't know if you know that. Little fun fact. And it's very simple. Their entire, well, not their entire role, but the majority of time, a notary wants to either get proper identification, or maybe they would know you personally, but what they're going to do is certify that they have watched you sign an important document and that you are who you say you are in the document, and that the document is complete. There's no open lines that need to be filled in. So that's kind of the basic role of a notary.
So why do we need a notary, and how do they help people?
There are a lot of important documents that need to be notarized. Real estate transactions, banking, mortgages, different things like that. And so they play the role of, just like I said, making sure that the person who's signing is of good mental health, they understand what they're signing, and they are who they say they are.
So what got you interested in helping people become a notary?
Well, my dad started the company in 1978 when I was about, I think, 13 or 14 years old. And that's really the first time I learned much about notary work. And then years after that, I started working for him and just kind of got rolled into the company.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the coolest thing that you have ever seen while working as the president of your own company?
I don't know the coolest thing. The industry isn't all that crazy and wild like you might think it would be. I can't think of anything that's the coolest thing. Other than, for me, not so much what I saw, but I loved working with my dad. That was really cool. So I would have to say that's what I enjoyed the most when he was here.
So what is the best part about doing your job?
Personally, I like the creative side, if you can imagine that there is one with notary publics. As far as our company goes, we're mostly online, and so how we present our information needs to be well laid out and interesting looking, and I like that, the packaging and the creative side of it.
So what is the hardest part about being the president of the Florida Notary Association?
I think the hardest part is actually figuring out the marketing. Like, I've got a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
And so that's really tough.
Yeah. So how does one train or learn to be a business owner?
I think probably the best thing to do if you're wanting to get into business is maybe find a mentor or find people you respect who's already doing it well and talk to them, ask them questions. You can now, because of Google, you've got a whole resource right there at your fingertips where you can learn and read on your own, too.
Mm-hmm. So when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you always know that you were going to help people become notaries?
No, I didn't. I thought I was going to be a nurse, but clearly I was wrong about that. God bless nurses out there. I could never do anything in the medical field. My mother was a nurse, though, so I thought, well, that seems like a really great... She always taught...
Did you go to medical school?
No, I didn't.
If you did, you would have been a nurse, but...
Yeah. But I decided that probably wasn't my gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would it be? 10 years.
Probably invest in Purell stock, maybe.
And I'm not even 10 years old yet. Wow.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I'm not even 9 years old, so I don't know what's happening.
Right.
10 years back, you know. Because I was born in 2011. Right here, right now, I'm 9.
Wow.
About to be 10.
Wow.
Then I can learn.
Double digits. You're almost there.
Double digits. Some people are almost at like 3 digits.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what advice would you give my listeners if they want to grow up and run their own business?
Like I said, well, if you have a passion for something, then that would be a perfect fit, that you could start your own business and, figure out what is the best way that people would find out about you, what's the best way to market or position yourself in the trade that you go after.
I gotta think of something.
Well,
So
you're
I wanna
already
make
doing it now.
Yeah, we want to make another one.
Yeah.
See, the problem is that I have to pick something now when I'm older.
Well, maybe this will be it.
Bowling or the radio show. Because
Yeah.
I love to go bowling.
Yeah.
It's a really hard decision because you want to do the radio show, but I also want to do the bowling.
Well, the good thing is you've got time to think about it.
Yeah. So, okay, if someone wants to be a notary, what do they need to do?
Well, they could go to our website, and everything is right there. You can fill out an application online. There's the course that you need to take that you can do also online. It's very easy. You send in your paperwork. After you sign everything, you have a friend sign an affidavit of character. Just a few steps like that, and send it to us. We process it within 10 business days.
And done.
And then we mail the package to you.
So how often do they need to renew?
Every 4 years.
So technically, if they do this year, leap year. So
4 years from now.
So what if it was like 1 year, and it was so they started it on the 29th?
It doesn't matter. It's still 4 years.
But what if it was 1 year? And it was there.
That's a good question.
You would pay like four things for 1 year. Like let's say if it was like 1 cent each year, and then wham, 4 cents has to go out.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's ever asked me what about a leap year. That's interesting.
what was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
I don't know. I make so many little mistakes. Do they add up to a big mistake? Would that work? Actually, I think sometimes I wish
But
that
the
I had...
other thing that you need to think about is the other question at the end.
Oh, yeah.
How did it change you, though? But if you had like a ton of different mistakes and you make it all into a big one, how did it change you as a person? That's the problem.
I think that anytime you make a mistake, it's not a waste of time if you learn from it and then you move forward and you gain some knowledge from that mistake. So it's actually, mistakes aren't bad things.
Oh, my teacher says that I use math every day when I grow up. Do you use math when you are working as the president of your own company?
Yes, all the time. You always use math because you're always trying to see how well you're doing this year compared to last year. Have you ever seen the commercial that says, if you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business?
No.
You haven't seen that commercial?
No.
Yeah. It's out
Dad, you
there.
might need to show me that one.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, you use numbers a lot. You need to know your math.
So when you're not working hard running your company, what do you do for fun?
I have 3 boys, so I absolutely love hanging out with my family. And doing boy things.
I know that Connor's one of them.
Yes.
But who are the other 2?
Cole and Chase.
Oh.
And they're all real active, so we have a lot of fun playing basketball, riding bikes, swimming, doing things like that.
So, do you play video games? And also, what's your favorite one?
You're going to be disappointed. I don't play a lot of video
How about
games.
on your phone?
No, I never do. But I will say that, have you ever played the Wii?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Do you
Wii
play that?
Sports is fun. I do play that. I don't know if that's exactly what you were looking for,
Okay.
but it's something.
Okay, so what is your favorite book to read?
My favorite book to read, one that I enjoyed reading when I was much younger, was Gone with the Wind. It's a big book.
Okay. Now can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid's show. But that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
Oh my goodness. I probably should turn it over to my family. They probably could think of a lot of embarrassing stories about me.
You can turn it to Connie. See if he can go. He's right here.
When I was, this is probably not a good story, but years ago, I was on the river with a bunch of my husband's friends, and a lot of people at TCS might know this actually, and Connor's and Cole's grade, but we were on the river just floating around, and before we left, one of my husband's friends had made all of us cups to take that day so we didn't get dehydrated. And since they all had nicknames, they had their nicknames on the cup, but I didn't go to school with them. So he made up a nickname for me. You want to know what it is?
Yeah.
It's Janimal.
Janimal.
Janimal. Is that cute?
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids...
Let's say that you're in a forest with all your friends. Janimal.
Yeah.
It's so cool because it's jungle and animal mixed together. Instead of John, it's Jan.
Janimal.
Janimal.
So,
I like that.
Yeah, so one day I was standing next to one of my friends who always has a Christmas party, and one of her neighbors walked up, and we were supposed to sign our names on this one board it's an annual tradition of doing that. So I signed Janimal because I knew that she would know who it was. And one of her friends walked up and said, "How do you pronounce that name? Is it Janimal?" And I was like, "It is now."
Anything else you think my listeners should know about you?
I can't think of anything right off. I'm native to Florida. Not many people are natives, are they? I was born here in Orlando. So I rode out to Disney the first weekend it opened.
So do you have a website or Facebook for the listeners that want to follow you?
Yes, it'd be great. I have a website that we're working on actually redoing now. It's flnotary.com. F like Florida. And you can become a notary or renew your notary commission through that website.
Facebook?
We're on Facebook. We're not as active as I'd like to be. So we're going to work on that too.
So is there a special number to call if one of my listeners wants to be a notary?
Sure. It's 407-894-6614.
Thank you, Jan, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corners?
Sure, I'd love to.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant and even got some gator bites. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com. Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810.
Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report!
So this week, I was so happy to do bowling. I was just on fire! Because I bowled a 134, a 123, and a 122 for the final game. I enjoyed some cheese curries with my dad, and then we had to visit one of his clients. Their house had caught on fire the day before, and my dad had to get the hard drive out to attempt a recovery of their data. But when I saw all the damage and smoke, I learned that you should leave your bedroom door closed at night. This is very important. It was because the door was closed and that the client survived the fire and got out of the house. So, if you want to go bowling with me, be sure to jump at the new Spring League at Boardwalk Bowling Saturdays at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Thank you so much, Dan, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about shortcuts to long division. So, we are learning long division in school. Now, it kinda is long. So, I found a way to break it up into shorter and easier to remember shortcuts to make it a lot faster. See, long division is just like normal division, but with larger numbers. So we all know that 2 divided by 4 is 2, because that is easy. You need long division to figure out 2 divided by 264. So now jump right into your shortcut. You just remember to divide, multiply, and subtract. You do that once for each of the place values in the denominator. So in the example of 264, you will do it 3 times. So first, you divide the 2 by the first 2, which is 2. And you get a 1, and now you multiply it. So you write down, now you write it down under the number in the correct place value. Then you subtract the number to get the remainder. Now, you just move to the next place and do it again until you finish the ones place. So if you divide the 2 into the 6, you get 3. And now your final pass is the ones place. And 2 divided by 4 equals 2. So now your total is 132. So Jan, how else do you process your work?
All kinds of ways. Like you're always checking on the budget, see if things make sense with what you're spending. Is it paying off? Because you always have to look at the bottom line and make a profit. Again, marketing is very expensive, and you've got to make sure that that's paying off, and that you're actually getting a reward for all the money that you're spending. So there's lots and lots of ways that you use math every day.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Dan, for your help with Math Corners.
You're welcome. It was fun.
And now it's time for Heart of a Lion. We at the Tiberius Show like living with the heart of a lion. Living with the heart of a lion stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and nobility.
This week, we're going to talk about leadership. For me, I think leadership is the act of loving what is good, having self-control, and being disciplined. The qualities of leadership are providing guidance and direction, organization, and being a positive influence on others. In school, we are taking the RAP test, and I see leadership in my teacher for preparing us for the test and letting us know what it is about and not getting us too worried about them. This test is for 2 hours long, and I was worried that I would be tired. Then my teacher said it was going to be 1 hour per day, and we already know everything we need to be able to take the test. So Jan, did you see or use leadership at all this week?
Yes, I use it every week. You want to know how? Well, our staff is I have a great staff, by the way. We didn't talk about them. That's one of my favorite things about going to work. And they look to me to make the decisions about our future as far as where we're going with the company. And so, if there's ever a question where we're not sure about something, then I'm the final say in it. And that just that brings a lot of responsibility to my role, I feel like. And so I want to make the right decisions so that we all flourish and we all do well with the company. So every week there's something else that we've got to consider. And
so of all the Heart of the Lion virtues, which is your favorite? You can't say all of them.
I love all of them. I think they're great. But I think integrity is really, really important, especially in business, because if you make a commitment, you need to live up to that. And I tell the kids all the time that you only get one chance. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So if you if our customers weren't happy with our service, I want to make it right. And I want everybody to believe and know that we're a solid company that stands by what we say we're going to do. So that's super important to me, and I think integrity is really, really important.
Well, we should always try and be lion strong in everything we do.
You're right.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Dan Gulikson for being on my show. It has been so much fun talking with you today, and I hope to learn more about running my own business, and maybe one day I may become a notary as well.
Well, that would be great. I would love it if you came to our company. I would like to remind all the listeners that if they need to become a notary or renew their commission, they can do it through our website at flnotary.com, or they can call our office if they have more questions at 407-894-6614. And here's one more little thing. Did you know that you can perform weddings if you're a notary in Florida? No.
I didn't.
So maybe when you get older, when you're 18, you should become a notary and you can perform weddings for your friends and family.
And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show. The Tiberius Boy!
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer Joseph Boyd. Production editor Pierre Laguerre. Green room manager Danny Boyd. And your program host, Tiberius Boy! The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.